Okay, let's continue with where we left. So here now let's do the DNS servers, DNS records. Let's create DNS records for the servers. So our prime DNS server would be SDC. So we will be using SDC as the prime DNS server. Let's move to the next step. So implement the definitions to the with that. We have so much lovely with DHCP.
Just a good suggestion.
Done. Said we have already created user accounts manually. You can do some research and then find export data script export the user list on the your domain users. So DHCP after this. So let's focus on DNS. So I'm not going to do this using our server manager here. Like this manually. You can do it that way. Absolutely fine for you. But for me to keep exposure to I would use Powershell Scripts to on that. It's more effective. Sometimes it will avoid duplicate creation as well. If you have already created it, if you manually go and create it, you will create a lot of duplicate records which could conflict in your network. Whereas if you do it with PowerShell, if it is something which is already available, you can't create it using PowerShell script. So it will be very easy, useful. I wouldn't recommend you to just copy and paste the commands which I'm using, or use generative AI to copy and paste the commands, but rather try to understand the commands, understand the scripts, and then use it after you understand it. Then it will be really easy and useful. So initially, let's execute this command. This is the command which helps to install you the services, the Windows feature. I think we have already installed DNS. DNS installed the variant. So this yeah, this. So it says that installation is successful. It's true. You can start watching these video. It's already installed. Let's do a system info. Check what is our system information, because we will be using the system information from here. So we need the username, which is SDC. We need the domain name, which is English.cca. Possibly the interfaces as well. We have two interfaces. So let's see the DNS server zone is a command which we can use in PowerShell. So these are the things which we want to do before we start configuring DNS. So here you can see that there is only one network, which is one you want to install it or configure DNS here. Sometimes you might have this already in place. If that is the case, you will by setters, or you can remove it and add it. So anyways, so this is something which we have to check. And then let me clear my DNS cache so that I don't have any cache. And if I try to resolve my DNS need, I have 192.168. Got under these are the DNS names which associated SDC. No, because we have already been doing the configuration of some stuff here. Right, so let's go and add primary zone first. So I'm just going to use my PowerShell script to add so I don't have a problem with this. So I'm looking for primary zone. So DNS primary zone here. The whole thing we have seen the name, which is .cca. I would say applications code because I'm going to add it as my domain. So here is my domain. Applications code. Only one say it as dynamic update and say a secure. I think it is picking up the domain here. So let's try this command. Try to execute it. We have added primary zone. Here nitish.icca is the domain zone for any name IP kind of a lookup. So the replication scope is associated with the Active Directory domains, and we allow only authenticated clients to update them. So if in the case of security, this is really very important for us to make it up. So now let's create reverse lookup service here. So add, so that's the same thing which you go and here, add servers, and then go to tools. You should have your DNS. You click on the DNS, and it's DNS server. Conditional forwards, root hens, forwarders, and everything. It's the same thing which we are doing, but we are doing it using steps. So let's create our reverse lookup zone. So it is going to be DNS server again primary zone, then network ID. It is 192.168.1.0/24. My replication scope is going to be domain. Update is secure here as well. So let's execute this. Perfect. We have done this. And then let's go to the next one. Server. So ID just will be 2.0/24, and application scope is again domain, and then dynamic update is 6. So let me run it for 2.0 network, and yeah, this one is executed. So instead of you go double click, go into the branches, into the organizational units, and then yeah, you go and try to get it. You do it with Powershell Scripts. So here what we do is we say that for the network we have created so any IP address with 168.1.0, 168.2, something they can use this reverse lookups to find out. Okay, so we have done the primary zones. I mean, we have done the forward lookups, and we have done the reverse lookups as well. So now let's go and create a records. So DNS server source. So it's like I want to add record A. So we click like it's going to be A records. So it is going to be SDC. So I would say SDC. So name here I'm going to give as niche.acca. IPv4 address. This is 192.168.1.1, which is my IP address. I give this should also okay. So it says that the resource exist. So which means we have this resource, so it is not going to pick up that. So it's fine. So let's check if everything is working fine. Let's copy this again. So instead of SDC here, let me go with my Debian, which is going to be here, host name CTL, it's Debian here. So let's go Debian. Just confirming if it is Debian. So spellings issue. So it's again TCC, and here it is 192.1. This should go through, and yeah, so we have added it. So this is another advantage of using PowerShell scripts. If you already have it, it won't duplicate the record, so it will be easy for you to work around. Then we will create our PTR records as well. So add DNS server record. Server resource record as PTR, and then name its pointer. So let's say 1 is for the server. Say so name is 1 dot, it is a PTR record for a reverse lookup, so we are giving it in a reverse way. 192 dot in dot addr dot ra, sorry, 2 dot in dot addr ra, and PTR domain name is SPC CCA. Maybe this is already existing. No, it is not. So we have created a Powershell report as well. So we do the same thing here for our 192.168.2.10, which is our Debian server. It is going to be 2.10, and here it's going to be Debian. Yeah. And then we create this one, and yeah, we have created. So this is all. Created the DNS, no mess work. So it's all straightforward. The only thing is you want to understand features. So I would prefer you to do it manually. You can use these details, but do it manually, understand it, then come back. You can try with your PowerShell scripts. It will be really useful for you. It depends. But I would not reduce your marks because you have manually configured it. Either you manually configure it or you use PowerShell scripts, it's absolutely fine. What the thing here is you understand how the DNS is configured, and it should be fine. So some of the commands which we'll be using here is to check. So if DNS service is what we will be using to check. And now you can see the difference. You can have 68.2, 192.168.1. So you have all the information where you don't have those things here when we initially did that. So yeah, it has been updated. The command which we can use is DNS server source call. So you can go for so it is always better for you to use that keys, select the options which is available. CCA to see whether the is updated. See that you have updated here. Fantastic. So it's the same thing for the same. But then also there's the so name 1.168.182. So these are the things which we configured. So we are checking if the pointer is updated. Yes, we have. I'm just creating each records here because for you to know the difference and for you to use if you want. So you exit it. So debian.british.acca is also here. Right. So these are the ways so we have successfully configured our DNS servers which we want to do. So let's check whether we can resolve DNS for MSTC ACC. And yeah, we can resolve the names here. So the same way for solve Debian.dish. Here we go. We got it. The other combination we wanted to do is 168. Here we go. Let's check. It's always top as well. Right. So here we go. Yeah. So this is that powerful, that easy for us to do. If you have duplicate records, it will avoid creating duplicate records. So it's really a good way for us to do. So we have created the A records for our servers. We have created point records. See, listen carefully here. This 10.0.0.0/30 is just a tweaking one for you. You are not actually creating for 10.0.0.0 network. You're creating for 192.168.1 and 192.168.2. Okay, because 10.0 is an external network. I just tweaked it to make sure that you understand and do it. So in your test project, in your coursework, you have few tweaks like this. So it's not actually it's all the same, but we are not using 10.0.0.0 network. And here you see remote and install remote and routing and remote access services. A tweak. Creating a child domain is also a tweak for you to reflect on your understanding, right? So I would say this, I would lock it as red because not doing it on 10.0.0.0, but doing it on 9.168.1 and 9.168.2 networks. That's what we are doing, right? So we have created our user accounts manually. Oops, sorry. We have created our user accounts manually here, and for your ACCA domain, and for this part I would leave it for you to complete it on your own with PowerShell scripts. So we need to do DHCP services in our server and assign DHCP clients as well. These are the two things which we wanted to do. Possibly in our next video, we will be configuring DHCP services and assign the clients. So again, there is a mounting second disk drive, and that one I would leave it for you to give it on as well. So here again, DHCP services. Yeah, we will do the DHCP services in our next video. So we have done have added we have configured the DNS server. So now let's try to add the network machines as a member of the domain. So this and this as a member of a domain about to our domain controller. So you can see that if we just go here to our server manager
Uh,
users and computers in our page. You can see that on the computers, it's only the client. This one Windows client is here. You can try to add the maybe server as well. Speaking, then we can configure the HCP. With that, we will be almost done with all our videos.